Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Fashion Star Gold. In today's tutorial, I want to show you how to cut a ruffle long gown. So come up and watch with me. I've already drawn the line. This is the shoulder line, the armhole line, the chest line, the bust line, the waist line, the hip line, and the knee line. So my bust span is 4.5 inches. So I'm taking the bust span at the bust line, the waistline, and the hip line. So I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'm going to take the darts, 1/2 inch this way, 1/2 inch this way. Then I'll connect it to 1 inch under the bust line. Remember, it's a ruffle long gown. The other time I did a video on the short gown, the ruffle short gown. So watch the video if you have not done so. So I want to press on my bust, which is 42 divided by 4, 10.5 inches plus 2 inches allowance. The same thing applicable to the bust line. The waistline is 40 inches divided by 4 is 10 inches plus 1 inch, that's 11 inches plus 2 inches allowance. The hip is 46 divided by 4, you have 11.5 plus 2 inches seam allowance. At the knee line, I will take away 1 inch, so it's going to be 10.5 inches plus 2 inches allowance. The same thing applicable to the seam line. This is 12.5 inches this way. So I want to connect it this way. I'm blending the lines. So this is the armhole for the back. That is the back armhole. This is the front armhole. This is the midpoint. The midpoint, this is 8 inches for the armhole. So the midpoint is 4 inches. So I'm going to take the front armhole. I'm measuring 1 inch in. So I'm connecting the line this way. Why I'm taking 1 inches or 1 inch, so that it will not be puffy. The armhole front will not be puffy. So I'm going to cut it now. I've already measured the neckline. The back, I took 1.5 inches. The front, I took 4.5 inches. I'm cutting it this way. Remember, it's a basic body gown. I have a video on basic body gown. If you have not watched it, please go to the playlist, or you go to all videos, click on it. You will see the basic bodies gown. So I'm cutting the back neckline. Now I'm going to cut the front armhole now. So this is the front neckline. Then I'll open it. For the zipper, you have to add 2 inches allowance. This is the back side of it. This is the front side of it. So I'll place it this way. So I want to measure the ruffle now. Where the ruffle will start, where the ruffle will end. Remember, it's a ruffle long gown. So this is the hip line. This is the knee line. This is the waistline. This is the bust line. This is the chest line. So what I want to do now, I want to measure where the ruffle will start. Remember, this is the bust line. This is the bust line. So I'll measure 4 inches. So this is the knee line. I will come up by 3 inches. Or let me say, I'll come up by 2 inches. Between 2 and 3 inches. But it's not constant. So now I want to cuff it. Remember, it's the cuff type. So I'm blending this line. Before I cut it, I want to take the length of the ruffle. This is 10 inches. Then I'll add like 3 inches allowance.
Continue.
3 allowance for hemming. So I'm going to add 3 inches allowance for hemming. So I want to cut it off now. Remember, the back and the front, they are together. This is where it starts and this is where it stops. So before you join it, or before you have to take the darts, join the darts, take the darts in this other way, join the shoulder this way. Then how are you going to measure and sew the ruffle? Look at how it look like. From here, this is 12.5 inches. From here, this is 10 inches. So you can take between the 13 inches to 15 inches. Then you can trim it off. So how do you go about it? You start your measurement from here. Remember, I'm cutting the back and the front together. Take your measurement from here. Measure like this. This is 31.5 inches. Then you now turn. Measure like this. This is 63 inches. So I've taken my measurement. It's 63 inches. The back and the front. So the 63 inches times 4. So that is how you get the ruffle. So when you get the ruffle, you start from here to join. Sew like this. Stop here. Start from here. Just create 1 inch allowance here, or 1 inch. Don't close it to the end. 1 inch here. Then start joining from here. Join this way. Join this way. Join this way. Make sure you close this side to the end. Turn it this way. Close this side from here to the end. Then continue to sew. You sew to this place. Remember that you make 1 inch open. Then you close it. Start from here. Sew it. Top stitch all of them. Top stitch this way. Turn this other side. Top stitch to the end. Then close that small place and top stitch on it. So you can likewise take like 17 inches. You can take 13 inches. You can take 15 inches. You can take 17 inches. When you finish, you get the length that you desired. Then trim it off. before you now weave it and hem it. So that is how to sew a long ruffle gown. So just sew it. You can sew it and post it. We want to see how you are progressing. Thank you so much for watching this channel. God bless you. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Bye. See you.